Hi everyone, welcome back to Be Rich. I hope you had a wonderful Monday and your work week has started well and things are going your way. Talking about things going your way, there are news which are in speculation in the Tata Empire which may be of interest to investors. So I thought we will touch upon this news in various branches of the Tata Empire and see where we can see some opportunities maybe opening up right now or in the near future as things stand. First, one interesting thing happened with the Tata trustees. When Ratan Tata was running the whole show, he had removed the option of trustees being permanent. That has been reinstated now, that once you've been appointed a member of the Tata trustees, you can be made permanent. So the practice of appointing trustees for fixed term will be discontinued, which is interesting because now we have Sir Ratan Tata Trust and the Dubai Tata Trust, and they collectively own over half of Tata and Sons, 27.98 and 23.56 respectively, percentage that is. And they both have in the memory of Ratanji and Dorabai and have several prominent members, including Noel and the former Defense Secretary Vijay Singh, and of course VinodSrinivasan from the TVS Motors, and the Mistries and Kambat and Jamir and Jimmy Tata were all members of this trust, different trust, various trusts. And Noel Tata has also been appointed the chair of the Tata Trust, right? That happened as soon as Ratan Tata had passed away. And in the second meeting, he's been nominated from the trust to be on the Tata and Son board, followed with Singh and Srinivasan to be, and that is waited for approval from the Tata and Sons board. So once that is approval is done, which is mandatory, and that goes through, Noel will be sitting on the Tata and Sons board. And there's a new structure. Before, Chandrasekhar was directly interfacing with Ratan, and that has also changed now, where Chandrasekhar will interface with the entire Tata Trust and Noel together. And the previous arrangement was just Ratan who was briefed directly. Now the Trust Executive Committee along with Noel will be briefed by Chandrasekhar, which is also a change. So this is happening all on the backdrop of RBI not giving Tata and Sons the opportunity to be reclassified as a core investment company, and to avoid the IPO, RBI said no, you should go for your IPO, and that date is September 2025 by that time. So that opens up another can of worms on what to do. They had closed and made Tata and Sons debt free in the hope that they would be able to please the RBI and change their company classification to a core investment company, and that way avoid going into IPO. That is one of the main reasons they have also got the approval for Tata Capital, where from 97% ownership to go below 50, and that was also been approved. But this RBI right now has said no. So we have to see what happens between RBI and Tata and Sons in this regard. So what is the potential impact of this? Well, the potential impact is if RBI says no and the Tata and Sons are forced into going into an IPO, that's going to be one of the biggest IPOs, I'm sure, in Indian history for a very, very long time. Nay, I would say even global interest would be peaking at this IPO if it does happen. For the simple reason, not only what the Tata and Sons are owning as publicly traded companies, other companies which are not traded at all, which are all privately held companies, are all held within the Tata Sons empire. All that will come into fray, and that will all be opened up to opportunities for investors to participate in. So this leads to a lot of speculation on what is going to happen. How will they structure it? How will the Tata Trust navigate this? And what is going to happen? And the timeline which we're talking about is also very short now, because the simple reason RBI is saying you still have to stick to the timeline when you originally gave in 2021. In 2021, RBI had said, we give you time till 2025, September, and Tata has been trying to navigate this by trying to get an exemption. Finally, this has come to 2024, and Tata and Sons have reduced all their debt, and they've said this and that. RBI said not possible. So this is interesting as an opportunity, as an IPO opens up. This IPO, if it does come, we'll be talking about it in great detail, and we'll be speculating. I'm sure they will find some method to avoid this because they're not very keen on doing this IPO. And I'm sure they will try and find some means and methods of not doing this IPO. We'll have to wait and watch. Next, what else to talk about? Well, Tata and Consumers. In intraday today, the stock plunged by almost 10%. Why? is what everyone's wondering. That is because purely on the earnings of the Q2 FY25, that is the second quarter earnings, was modest consumer earnings of 1% year-on-year growth, and the net profit reaching 367 crores. So this was not very pleasing to the market, and the market decided to punish the stock, and it dropped all the way to 991 and 25 paise as of this recording. Of course, this is only in 10:30 in the morning, so we'll have to wait and watch. By the end of the day, I'm sure either the stock would have rebounded as other domestic investors, other people who are looking for value, who might think that this is value and move in, or maybe it's been punished some more. So you would know more than I would at this point of time of recording. But this question opens up, as investors, value investors we are on this channel, does this mean Tata and Consumers has reached a value proposition? Well, I would ask you to compare the PE ratio of Tata Consumers with that of the ITC. ITC is also being punished by the market for not having great results, and they are below 500 and they're trading at 29, 28 PE now. So, and they're at half the price. So there again, I would ask you to ponder, because if I'm interested in that segment or that sector, ITC would be something I would keep in higher in the pecking order than Tata Consumers as of now, purely based on value for every capital I'm willing to expend. So this is where my opinion lies. I would want Tata and Consumers to correct more for me to really think of it should be in my consideration. If you have a different opinion, if you think I'm wrong in what I'm saying, that ITC, Tata and Consumers are two different companies and you should not be comparing this, Vinod, like this, and Tata Consumers should be considered right now at this price point, then do put it down in the comments below, and I'd love to hear what your opinions are on this. That being said, these are the important newses which are clipping in the market right now. Other than that, the FIIs are still continuing to sell. I mean, on 18th October, they had sold 5,485 crores. And so far this month, they have already sold 80,217 crores, just till the 18th of October. So you can imagine the selling spree we are at, while the DIIs in India have bought 74,000 crores this month. So the DIIs seem to be vacuuming up whatever the FIIs are getting rid of. We do not know how long the FIIs will be selling, and we do not know how much appetite the DIIs have to vacuuming all this up. So we'll have to wait and watch. When opportunities open on specific stocks, then we as value investors can definitely get insight and start sipping. Like Manappuram, what is happening there? Manappuram, does it deserve the beating it deserves? Does it deserve to be where it is at 148? Is that value? Is something which has been much debated about. Shashwat and me did a video about why Manappuram has got the beating it's gotten. Anand spoke about it in Tamil in a long extended video, which I'm sure many of you have watched. If you haven't watched, I suggest you watch that video to understand what is happening in Manappuram and if it's something you should be scared of. So, as I was saying, Manappuram had an FI holding of 33%. So when they started dropping Manappuram stock like hot potato, its price from 220 has come all the way down to 148 as I'm recording. And will it go down further? God knows. And every opportunity I see and I can buy, I do buy at different coffee ranges. Keep in mind, just as my camera guy was asking me before I started recording the video, he said, "Sir, Manappuram is at 140. Can I put 1 lakh and buy it and hold it for a long time?" I said, "Sure, if you have the stomach for it." I said, "You can put 1 lakh and Manappuram might even go down to 40 rupees, 50 rupees. That means your 1 lakh will become 30,000, 40,000. Will you have the stomach to hold on to it and wait?" That time he was himself wondering, thinking if he would be able to do such a thing. Because do remember, if you put some huge quantity of money in Manappuram like that and it does go down to 40, 50, it will take a very long time for it to come back to 200. How long will it take? I have no clue. Will it come back? Yes, it will definitely come back to 200, go to 300, even 400. But the time length which is there, will you be able to wait for that? I do not know. So I can wait. I know my risk and I know my personal finances. I know how long I can wait. So that is me. Do you have that kind of mind? Do you have that mindset? You will have to take a call on that and be a judge of that. That is why I always keep saying, with Shashwat and with Anand, with everybody, get yourself a financial advisor. Make sure they're SEBI registered. Make sure you understand what your risk tolerance is and invest based on that. Right? Because once you get hurt in a market like this, you will be so badly wounded, you will not come back to it. These are the things which are happening with Tatas, and it's all very interesting. So please, like I said in the other video, when I was talking about Tata becoming debt-free and they're going to be investing everywhere, Please keep an eye on this also. Keep an eye on Tata and Sons. Read the news, follow the news. Don't follow noise. Try and read the news. And when an opportunity does open up, like in Tata Consumers, if it corrects further, or any shares in Tata Group which you feel is of value, then do look at it and keep it in mind and see the context of it before you invest. That being said, thanks for watching the video today. Do like and subscribe. Do share this with friends and family, whomsoever might like this kind of content. And me and Shashwat will hopefully see you in the next video tomorrow. Thank you once again.
Hey guys, welcome back to Be Rich. Before we get into the video, I wanted to bring to your notice that my uncles VinodSrinivasan, Anand Srinivasan and I have rolled out our Substack, which is basically a blog / newsletter where we're going to post our original research onto it. And we've analyzed macroeconomic trends, and a lot of you know my uncle Anand Srinivasan and I regularly write for The Hindu, and these articles are also going to be made available for you in the Substack. The link is moatinvesting.substack.com. You'll find it in the description and in the video right now. We hope you go check it out. We've put a lot of time and effort into it. And please give us comments and feedback on what you read. Thank you.
It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.